I need help with time management. Well, what does that mean exactly? Why do you need help managing your time?
Whose idea was that?
I feel like I'm busy all the time, but I'm doing nothing. I never seem to do what I intend to do, and it's frightfully overwhelming. Does this sound like you? Keep watching. I felt exactly the same. Busy, but I wasn't really accomplishing anything. Asking the wrong question. Why do you need help managing your time? To get the important stuff done. So a better question you need to ask yourself is, how can I get the most important things done? Because there are 1,000,001 things we could be doing. That to-do list is more like a brand new toilet roll, seemingly never ending. Doing the task takes as long as the time you allocated to doing the task. For example, how long it takes for you to write a blog or writing an essay largely depends on when your deadline is and how much time you have until the deadline. We spend it like it's nothing and we can't get a refund on it. So your objective should be, how can I get the most important stuff done? And that requires not managing your time, but managing your focus and managing your energy. And here are the steps to do that. The first step is awareness. You need to be aware of how you are currently spending your time. So as soon as you finish watching this video, for the rest of the day, or if you're watching it in the evening, start tomorrow morning, go about your day the way you normally do, but keep a log of how you are spending your time. What are you doing? I recommend carry a journal with you for the rest of the day or tomorrow. Write down what time it is, and write down what you're doing, and then what time you finished doing that, and then when you switched, and so on. So just go about your day the way you normally and track what you do. If you spend a lot of your time on the computer, download this app called Rescue Time. It will automatically track where you're spending your time on your laptop. So the first step is to be aware. Doing the logging is tedious and boring. We can't change what we can't see. I recommend doing it for a week. If you can't do it for a week, at least do it for 2 days. You can see how much time you waste. That awareness is so powerful. It's this inner stick that you wave at yourself thinking, oh my God, I need to kick myself up the butt. Prioritize. Start chopping up that to-do list into columns. These are the columns I use. Urgent, important, thieves to delete, outsource, automate. Now the urgent tasks are time sensitive and they are more reactionary tasks like replying to a prospective client. The important column, they're not time sensitive, but they're strategically important. Working on strategy, tasks aligned with your values or your goals, writing that book, learning new language, exercising. So these are more proactive, important for your long-term development. The next column, call them thieves to delete. These are things that steal your time. Falling down YouTube rabbit holes, social media, topics that completely distract you. A new one I've added to the list is reading on topics to do with political economy. I find it interesting. I wouldn't say passionate about, but I care about a lot. It ends up taking up a lot of my time and attention. I then want to read more books on political economy. I want to write about it, just get distracted with it. So I've now allocated that as a time thief. What steals your time and completely distracts you from the important thing? And you need to say no. And the final column, they need to be done, but they take a lot of time. It requires you to do a lot of task switching. I mean, you're in the middle of doing something like working on a blog post or doing some research. This other thing pops up, a coaching appointment, and they've confirmed it. Stop that, stick it in the diary, confirm it, and come back. That's task switching. Studies have shown task switching being interrupted on your task increases the error rate on the main task you're supposed to do. And to switch back, your core task takes much longer. This final column, things that have to be done, but how can you outsource it or automate it? I was never comfortable with handing over the keys to my calendars to virtual assistants, but I found some software called Calendly. Appointment goes in their diary and my diary. Saved so much toing and froing. The next step is any big tasks, I want you to slice them down into tiny steps. So once you've done that, next to the task, allocate the time you will give each task. Treat the time like a budget. The next step is to schedule your tasks. I like using a journal. Link up here, I've made a video on that, or link below somewhere here. Step-by-step approach on how to diarize it using a physical diary. Schedule your week. The week before, either the Friday before or the weekend before. I'll plan my following week. I will write the next day's plan the day before, so I don't have to sit there and decide what needs to be done. Because deciding and prioritizing is actually quite a taxing task to do. Simple but powerful tip. You're about to sit down and do the work. Put a countdown timer next to you. It creates this tiny little pressure for you to do the tasks in the time allocated. And between each task, take a little break. So you come back recharged. And give yourself time to play as well. Okay, I'm going to sit and watch whatever your chosen outlet is. Put a countdown timer. These tips have helped me manage my time and have also helped my clients. And it's not really about managing your time. What it's really about is helping you direct your attention and your energy so you get the most important things done first.
What the hell does that mean?
Well, I just like the sound of it.
You like the sound of it, do you? That's a great way to end a video, leaving them confused.
Well, poems are open to interpretation. I don't know what Domenico's intention was, but my interpretation in the context of time management, when it comes to doing the easy task, time flies by. But when it comes to doing the hard task, time feels heavier.
Now, a question I'm often asked with this is, how do I know I'm prioritizing the right things? When you're prioritizing, you have to make sure that whatever it is you're prioritizing is aligned with your goals and your values. So it's absolutely critical that you establish what your goals are and what your values are, who you want to be, what's important to you in life, all of those things. So you need to establish all of those before you do this time management exercise. Otherwise, you'll do tasks that aren't really important. When you're crystal clear on your vision and your values, deciding on what to do and what to delete becomes easy. If you're honest with yourself and you delete the unnecessary tasks, rather than mindlessly just repeating them, you will become noticeably productive in doing the things that matter. I'm sure there are many productivity and time management tips out there that also work. I'm not saying that this is the way to do it, but it's worked for me. It's worked for people I've coached. It helps me make progress doing the things that matter, and I hope you find it useful too. I would love to know how you get on. In the comments below, share with me any ahas, questions about this. Thanks for watching. I'm Annie Skizzlebash, and I will see you in another video.